Okay, guys, I wanted to share with you this. I just got this. This is a Vevor. I've had this for about I think 2 years, year and a half. This is a motorcycle lift, jack, maintenance lift, whatever you want to call it. And then I just recently got this. My son wanted one, and I wasn't sure how I would like this without the trolley. So essentially, the Vevor and this are nearly identical. Now, this off-brand non-Vevor. Vevor has like a very thin rubber top glued down here. This one has a 1/2 inch thick rubber on here. I actually like this more than I like this, right? They both have a 22 millimeter tool that comes with them to crank them up and down. I actually pulled my calipers out and I went over all the material thicknesses. Actually, the material thicknesses are identical on the Vevor and the non-name brand. The Vevor has been used. It actually cranks if you want to go by hand. It cranks smoother and easier by hand than this one. But when I got this a couple years ago, I did grease the threads on the jacking rod, grease the wheels, and have used it with a 700 or 800 pound Kawasaki C14 touring bike on it. So I think I kind of broke this one in a little bit more, and that made it a little smoother, a little easier. This one being brand new, I just opened up the box this morning. There's a noticeable difference when you're trying to turn it, with the tool by hand. The good thing is they both did come with a 22 millimeter 3/8 socket. As far as what you could do with that is, your drill wouldn't jack a bike up. You would have to use an impact. But with a drill, what you can do is get this under the bike and run it up until you have some pressure on the bike where you were starting to stress out your drill, and then take it off and then go by hand with their little jacking tool. Or you could use an impact and not use the speed of the drill. But they both go high. Let's see, that's your max right there. Now, I don't know how safe that is because you see how your spread here is really not much. So you're not spreading your, I'm guessing somewhere around there is a little bit safer. They both, oops, my socket. They both go to the same height there. That's maxed out. That's maxed out. Now, the Vevor is slightly higher only because it's up inside of their roller cart. I did grease this one. I greased the jacking rod. Actually, you can see there's my this is my Lucas Red and Tacky. Respread it there. Try to get more up into the threads. Yeah, Lucas Red and Tacky is a pretty dang good grease for almost anything. It really stays pretty good, and it just does a really good job of lubricating, sticking around, and getting dragged to with the parts. It stays with the parts, gets dragged around the parts more. But I just wanted to show you that. So I grease that. And then also on both of them, I take the Lucas Red and Tacky, and there's a bearing surface right in here that as you're turning this, there's moving parts right there that are sandwiched together with little roller bearings in between them. So I try to pack as much of the Red and Tacky down in there on both of them that I can, just because I know that most of your Chinese tools, equipment, bearings, anything, they tend to be a little shy of using grease and quality grease. So essentially, the Vevor is actually the more expensive one. Now, that may be worth it because the Vevor does have the roller tray on the bottom. The no name is rated to 1,300 pounds of motorcycle. The Vevor is rated to 1,100 pounds of motorcycle. Interestingly enough, they mic out identical, all pieces. The only difference is right here, this horizontal crossbar welded into here. That is the only thing that Vevor doesn't have that this one does have. Now, this one being not on the wheeled cart, has rubber bumpers on the bottom so that it's like a non-slip surface. Another thing that this brand has added that Vevor doesn't is this brand added a safety rod. So as you see these holes right down here, what that allows you to do and what they ask you to do is, say you wanted to bring your bike up to this level, they want you to insert that rod and then just back down till you touch like that. And now you're safetied with this safetied into the steel, and your bike couldn't possibly go anywhere. I don't know how it could go anywhere because it's on a threaded shaft, but that's just something that they give you. And if you want to get it off, you just run it up a hair bit, pull the safety rod, and they do give you a cotter pin that you can put it through and cotter pin it. So you have this safety, this added horizontal, this thicker rubber. Okay, now I'm going to move this one for a second and show you the Vevor one. Look, so there's your jacking shaft right there. Same thickness, same thickness. This can be removed and used without the bearing tray if you want, or the wheel tray. This does not have the rubber pads on the bottom. But having this is really nice when you're moving it around the garage. And just to display how similar these things are, let's see. I didn't try this yet, but yeah, that fits right into the Vevor tray. So what I might end up doing is I might keep this one and the Vevor tray, offer my son this one, just because I like this thicker pad on my touring bike. And then if my son bulks too much, I'll just make another one of these for myself. I'll go Harbor Freight and get some metal casters, or get some from Granger if I have to. But I do like the roller aspect of it, and I have actually rolled my bike around on this. These are really cool things. They're not super expensive. I believe this one, and I'll put a link to it, but I know it's not on Amazon yet. I don't know if this is a pre-order item or not. I did get this for free from the company. But it's on Amazon, but it says currently unavailable. But I know that the MSRP on this was supposed to be somewhere around 70 bucks, 80 bucks. And if my memory going back, I bought this one, the Vevor one, I think I paid 120 bucks, something like that. But this is really nice to have. So if I was paying for them, I would probably, I don't know, probably before I spend 80 on this, I'd probably spend 120 on this, because that 40 bucks doesn't mean all that much at the end of the day on something that you may have for 10, 15 years, 20 years. But having the roller is a really nice thing. Identical, I believe about a $40 price difference, but added safety, added thickness to the rubber bottom, no roller cart. That's what differentiates the Vevor brand from the no-name brand. So I just wanted to show them to you and let you look at them, think about it. Maybe you want to buy a third brand, a fourth brand, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of places, a lot of alleys in China pumping this kind of stuff out. But Vevor tends to be a brand that is affordable and trustworthy, right? You tend to know that you're going to get a pretty decent product if it has Vevor's name on it. I'm saying decent product, and it's going to be at a very fair price. Harbor Freight-ish, or maybe even the old Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight's getting a little more expensive. But anyways, hey, like and share. Let me know if you want to see anything. Let me know if you like or dislike anything. But please like, and please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And if you can, share it. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.